Hello boyos, Rich Boy J here back in with another video, and we gotta have a talk. So yesterday, we had what will probably be one of the biggest leaks of the year. And while there are some people who are very excited and appreciative about the return of a heavily sought after figure for a near 10-year absence, we all once again prove why we just cannot have nice things. The discourse surrounding LEGO clones has become just insufferable, honestly. Like, I'm aware of the fact that I do my fair share of complaining about things that I would like to see changed with LEGO, but I try to do it in a fair manner and give them credit where credit is due. When it comes to these clones though, it's as if most people just can't have a level-headed, reasonable take. The amount of people I've seen claiming that this figure is awful is just absolutely absurd. To debunk this claim right now, the new Rex has several upgrades and advantages over the old one, like the ability to attach an antenna to his helmet, the visor not coming to a perfect point at the edges of his helmet, an improved belt design, I would assume a non-bug-eyed, horrible-looking Clone Wars face underneath the helmet with a more accurate skin tone, toe printing, and it's even the first ever Clone Trooper minifigure to have arm printing. And yeah, I am deliberately ignoring this guy. The original P2 Rex is resoundingly looked at as positive upon the community, but it is not a perfect figure. The lack of an antenna, the Clone Wars styled face, the fact that LEGO just took creative liberties and added random dash marks to his chest and his legs are all negatives. But this figure was fortunate enough to come out at a time where we had level-headed takes and we were able to be reasonable about minifigures, and even though they weren't perfect, we weren't so consumed by these petty nitpicks that we would completely dismiss the positive aspects. I would bet lots of money that if this exact figure came out today and the original P2 Rex was the one that just leaked, people would be saying that this figure sucks. I can already imagine the comments. Where's the antenna? Why did they add random printing to his chest and his legs? They took away the toe printing. The welding details on his chest are too pronounced. The older figure looked so much cleaner. They got lazy. Yes, the obvious advantage to the original figure as opposed to the newer one is the cloth waistcape. And I agree, like, the printed design is just not it. And I can almost understand someone's anger about this if Rex had some super unique comma that would just need to be an element made by LEGO right now. But if the cloth comma is such a necessary part of this figure for you, you have options. I know it's not ideal, but you can go on Bricklink and cop a cloth comma and put it on your figure. I can understand wanting to voice your displeasure over things you'd like to see improved, but it's become so hard to engage with this community when everyone is getting so hung up over the smallest details that nothing can ever actually be appreciated. Like, I was in a live stream yesterday and there were people saying, oh, it's LEGO, so I expected this Rex figure to be awful. And when did we get to this point? When did we become so pessimistic about minifigure designs? Like I said, I know things aren't perfect, but all in all, minifigures are at an all-time high right now. There are aspects of them that you might prefer from the past, but the amount of detail we get now is pretty unmatched compared to what we got in the past overall when it comes to LEGO Star Wars. And people like to bring up 2014 as if it's the golden age of minifigures, implying that LEGO could do no wrong during this period, but I'd like to remind everyone that this is what Luke Skywalker looked like that year. And don't even get me started on those rebel stormtroopers. But we just kind of laughed about it and we moved on. It was not the end of the world. We didn't call LEGO lazy, and we definitely didn't take it personally. LEGO realized this was a misstep, and the Luke minifigure actually improved after it. It didn't take a crusade on their social media or 1,000 videos about how they're trying to sabotage the original trilogy by making this Luke figure in such a way that no one would want to buy the set. The history of LEGO Star Wars is filled with missteps, mistakes, goofs, and gaffes, but it's also filled with pleasant surprises, things that I would consider to be just an absolute treat, in times where they were just super generous with us just for the heck of it. But the beautiful thing about it is that it is ever growing. That handsome Squidward Luke figure was not the last ever Luke figure to be made, and with the increasing prevalence of the Clone Wars, this Rex figure won't be either. Even if it's not your ideal Rex figure right now, part of the enjoyment of being a collector is looking forward to them implementing some changes that you might want to see down the line. it's not the end of the world. I have one final point. I imagine there's going to be a lot of people who try to defend their negativity by saying, oh, I'm just voicing my concerns in the hopes that LEGO will listen and do better. But you don't need to be an irate internet fanboy to do this. I would argue that letting LEGO know the positives or things that you're doing right is equally as valuable as letting them know the things that you don't like. It's pretty simple, honestly. You voice your happiness with the positives, and that can help show them the things that they should keep doing. And you voice your displeasure with the things that you hope to see changed. But at the end of the day, you just gotta be fair. Criticism should be constructive. It shouldn't just be this overwhelming slew of negativity, because at the end of the day, I think that just looks like noise. And once again, you know, if you truly do want to see LEGO do better, letting them know the things that they're doing well will result in them continuing to do those things. So if that's your approach, then the positives should absolutely be part of your analysis and critiques of whatever LEGO's doing right now. Other than that, guys, if you like what I do, go ahead and support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by smashing that subscribe button, and I'll be back again very soon.